Hello, my dear student. I miss all of you. I hope all of you to be fine. Today we are going to start with Unit 6. The title or the name of our unit is Surprise on the Paw. Let's see. Now we are going to identify some words which help us to read our reading text and understand it. Are you ready? Let's start. Let's see the first picture. What can you see here? Can you see a sea or smaller than sea? Yes, I can see smaller than sea. I can see here a sand. So what is this picture? It's what? It's lake. Lake. What is the part of speech? As we said before, part of speech may be noun, maybe verb, adjective, adverb. What the part of speech of lake? Yes, super. It's a noun of a place. It's a noun of a place. Let's see an example. The lake is deep here, is so deep. Let's see what the meaning of lake. A large area of water surrounded by land and not connected to the sea. So we have a difference between lake and sea. Lake, it's a large area of water surrounded by land and it's not connected to the sea. But the sea, it's a very large area of water but surrounded by what? Sand, not a land. So this is the difference between lake and sea. This word has a synonym or antonym? Yes. The synonym of this word, let's remind each other what the meaning of synonym. Synonym is the same meaning but in another word. The same meaning but in another word. What is the synonym here? The synonym is pond. The synonym is pond. Super. Let's see. What is this? Yes, I can see an animal. Do you know what is this animal? Yes, squirrel. This animal, his name is squirrel. Squirrel here, I say name. So it's what? The part of speech, noun of an noun, it's a name of animal. Let's see an example. A squirrel is taking a bath in the pond. Let's see the definition of this word. A small animal covered in fur. Look at his body. It's covered with fur. With a long tail. Look at the tail of this animal. It's so tall or so long. With a lot of fur. On this tail I can see another fur, which climb tree and feeds on nuts and seeds. This animal or this squirrel it's going to eat nuts and seeds and it can climb trees. Super. This word has a synonym or antonym? No. Let's complete. What did this boy? He has finished something. Is it right? So is finally. Finally here is what? It's an adverb. Adverb. This is the part of speech. Adverb. Let's see the example. Finally, I'd like to thank everyone for coming this evening. Let's see the definition. Finally, used especially at the beginning of a sentence to introduce the last point or idea. What did that mean? I'm going to start with it. Yes, you are going to start your sentence with finally to introduce. This is the last idea that I'm going to write. Finally. So I'm going to write after finally what? The beginning sentence? No, the last sentence. Let's go to another picture. Yes, this girl, she's standing beside. Super. beside. Beside here, what is the part of speech? It's a preposition. I can say your name is beside, or I can say do beside. Is it an action? No, it's a preposition. Let's see the example. Our school was built right beside a river. Let's see what the meaning of beside. Beside, at the side of or next to something. At the side of or next to something. This word has a synonym or antonym? Yes, this word has an antonym. What is the antonym? It's for. Let's remind each other what the meaning of antonym, the opposite word, the opposite meaning, but in another word. So when I speak beside, which means near to me or next to me, so when I choose the next or the opposite word will be far. The opposite will be far. Yummy, yummy. What is this? Yes, I know. It's muffin. This word is muffin. What about muffin part of speech? It's what? Noun. Noun of thing you are going to eat it. Super. Let's see the example. Even muffin and cupcakes look the same, but they have different ingredients. Let's see the definition. A small, round, flat type of bread. Look, it's a round, flat. It's a kind of a bread. Usually sliced in two and eaten hot with butter. Do you know it? Yummy, yummy. Okay. What is this? Another animal I can see. Is it a squirrel again? No. This is what? This chipmunk. This animal, its name is chipmunk. Chipmunk, it's a noun. It's a name of animal. Let's see the example. Chipmunk can climb trees. Chipmunk also can climb trees. Let's see the definition to differentiate between squirrel and chipmunk. Chipmunk, a small North American animal. This is American animal with fur again and dark stripes along its back. Here we have a difference. In a squirrel, we don't have dark stripes, but in chipmunk, we have dark stripes on its back. Super. What can you see here? Yeah, I can see a trash, but I can see the leather on the ground. So, leather. This is leather. Leather here is a noun. It's name something. It's a name of thing. Let's see the example. The park was littered with bottles and cans after the concert. They are not going to drop the trash in the basket. Okay, so leather. Let's see what the meaning of leather. To spread across an area or place untidily. Untidily. A place, it's untidily, has many trash, has many litter. What is this doing? Yes, he is exclaimed. Do you remind with me? Do you remember exclamation? Yes, so exclaimed here, it's a verb, it's an action. Exclaimed, let's see the example. You can't leave now. She exclaimed like that. What the meaning of exclaim? To say or shout something suddenly because of surprise or fear or pleasure. You're going to say something, but in a shout, or say something in a shout way, because maybe you are surprising or fearing or pleasuring. Let's see synonym. The synonym is shouted. The synonym is shouted. Super. What Yes, it's crumb. It's what? Crumb. Crumb here, it's noun. Crumb, it's a noun. Let's see the example. The floor was covered with crumbs after breakfast. Crumbs, what the meaning of crumbs? A very small piece of bread or cake or biscuit that you are going to drop it on the floor. So the small piece of cake or bread or biscuit that when you are going to eat it, it's fall from your mouth. These are crumbs. These are crumbs. Do you have a synonym or antonym for this word? Yes. The synonym is pets. The synonym is pets. Let's go to the last picture. What is this girl doing? Yes, she's walking. Happily or sadly? Yes, she is very happy. Let's see the word. What is this girl doing? She is strolling. She is strolling. So the word is stroll. Stroll here is a verb, it's an action. Let's see the example. They strolled along the beach. They are moving the beach in a happily way. Okay. What the meaning of stroll? To walk in a slow, relaxed manner. When you are very relaxed and you are going to stroll, especially for pleasure, when you are so happy. The synonym of stroll is wander. The synonym of stroll is wander. Now, let's go to watch a video about the story elements. Do you mind the story elements? Yes, super. Let's go to see what are the story elements that we have. Can you remind me? Yes, I have title, author, and now or in this second term we are going to take something new called illustrator. Illustrator. We are going to take illustrator and setting and characters. Let's see or let's remind each other what the meaning of title. Yes, title is the name of our story. Author, the one who writes the stories, okay? The one who writes the stories. Illustrator, who is the illustrator? Did you know? The one who draws the pictures in the stories. The one who draws the pictures in the stories. So I have the difference. I have a difference between author and illustrator. Author, the one who writes the story. But when I'm talking about the one who draws the picture in the story, I'm going to talk about the illustrator. Then I have sitting. Do you mind the sitting? Yes, sitting may be a place, maybe a time. Characters, yet the one who acts in our story. Super. Let's go. In this picture, what is the title of our story? The title of our story is Surprise on the Path. We have a surprise on the path. So the title is the name of the story. The title is the name of the story. And what about our title? Surprise on the path. Surprise on the path. Super. Let's go to something else. The author. Let's remind each other who is the author. The author is the one who writes stories. What about the author who wrote our story? The author who wrote our story, his name is Beverly G. Letchworth. Beverly G. Letchworth. Okay, this is the name of the author. Let's go to find the illustrator. The illustrator, as we said before, is the one who draws the picture in the stories. The one who draws the pictures in the story. Who is this? The illustrator. The illustrator. Let's see, who is the illustrator who drew the pictures in our story? Who? Yes, Mike Dummer. Mike Dummer. The name of the illustrator is Mike Dummer. Let's see some information about Mike Dummer. Mike Dummer lives near Chicago with his family. He loves to read and draw pictures for children's books. He has drawn for many books and won many awards, which mean presents, for his beautiful drawings. So, Mike Dummer, he's an illustrator. What's the meaning of illustrator again? The one who draws pictures in the stories. So what about the one who drew the picture in our story? His name is Mike Dummer. Mike Dummer lives near Chicago with his family. He loves to read and draw pictures for children's books. He has drawn for many books and won many awards for his beautiful drawings. Is it clear, Let's go. What can you see here in this picture? What is the sitting here? Where are they? I can see they are in the garden. Is it right? Yes. So the sitting, I don't have here a time, so I have the place. The sitting is garden path. They are going to move in garden path or walk. Let's go to something else. How many characters did we have in our story? Who are the character at the first? The character or the people who act in the story? Let's see. Who is this? The boy. Squirrel, excellent. Rabbit. These are the three first characters. Did we have another? Yes. So I have boy, I have squirrel, I have the rabbit. Then what I have else? I have mom, I have duck, and I have chipmunk. So I have 6 characters. Who are they? Boy, squirrel, rabbit, mom, duck, and chipmunk. Okay. Are you ready now to read our story? Are you ready? Let's go to read our story to see what is the surprise. Okay, let's start. Once upon a day, Squirrel watched a little boy and his mom stroll, which means they are going to walk in happy along the path. The boy was carrying a paper bag. Squirrel said, I think it would be good to follow those two. Then, soon Rabbit hopped onto the path. Squirrel, he said, why are you following that boy and his mom? Rabbit asked Squirrel. You will see, answered Squirrel. After that, what happened? Then walked a little farther, chipmunk. So I have mom, boy, squirrel, rabbit, and chipmunk ran along beside them and said, why are you following that boy and his mom? You will see, said Squirrel. Then, when they reached the lake, Duck marched up and asked, why are you following that boy and his mom? You will see, said Squirrel. It won't be long now. Why are they following the mom and her son? Let's see. Finally, which means I'm going to say the last sentences. Finally, the boy opened the bag. He pulled out a muffin for his mom and one for himself. They started eating the muffins and walked on. Soon, crumbs littered the path. When they are going to eat the crumb, they are going to fall from their mouths Crumbs littered the path, so see, exclaimed Squirrel. Bags always have crumbs. Now we can all share. And everyone snagged on crumbs all along the path. Do you understand, my dear students? Okay. See you next time. Goodbye.